Storm Tracker weather starts now with meteorologist Joey Bianconi.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy January 1st. Happy 2025. We've made it into the new year. It is 28 degrees in Helena at the airport, but if you notice behind me here, a little bit of fog is starting to make its way into at least the Helena Valley. So we'll have to see how far that makes it up. It made it up the Wolf Creek Canyon. If you tuned in a little bit earlier, I explained that that could happen here. Especially in terms of our snowfall this weekend. Great Falls, 13 degrees, and that fog is still around. You saw it there very briefly before the camera just went out. So here's this boundary that is separating very cold air from more mild air down into southwest Montana, at least in terms of the normal temperatures we should be seeing this time of year. But you saw some of that cold air making its way up towards Helena. That fog is starting to fill in. That is a good indication of seeing where that cold air is moving. Here's the forecast for tonight. We'll be into the single digits for a lot of plains locations to our north here in Helena. Great Falls will be down into the lower single digits. Here in Helena, I think the airport's going to register 18, but the valley might be colder tomorrow morning with that. So here's the visibility right now. Again, 10 miles at Helena Regional, but that sits above the valley, likely a little bit lower as you head into the lower elevations of Helena. About 3 miles in Great Falls right now, a lot of patchy dense fog around the north central plains, and due to that, a dense fog advisory still continues for much of the region until about noon tomorrow. We might even have to extend that down into Helena a little bit going into tomorrow morning. So here is the radar. Not much really going on, just a stray snow shower near Glasgow and Wolf Point this evening. But there will be some more snow around. There was a lack of snow today due to drier mid-levels of the atmosphere. Didn't really allow anything to get forming, but moist lower levels allowing that fog to stick around. But by about tomorrow night, we'll see the first wave of moisture associated with a larger center of low pressure making its way in. We'll be dry mostly Friday morning, but coming up, we could have a more significant winter weather outbreak here. So here's what we know. Heaviest snow will be to the north of Helena. It'll be in the plains, up to 6 inches of snow possible. Obviously, the mountains are going to receive more, but in terms of the lower elevations, that's where I expect more of the snow to be. Warmer in southwest Montana, including maybe Helena, but Helena is going to be a tricky forecast coming up here over the next few days. A wintry mix, at least to me, seems likely at first, and then we might see the conversion of snow going into late Friday and early Saturday. So here's the setup. Here's the center of low pressure. We have a cold front draping towards the south and a warm front that is going to go from west to east. So that is the key, at least one of the keys. The other key is, remember how I showed you on that camera before, that fog creeping up into Helena? Those are the colder temperatures that have invaded parts of north central, northeast Montana already. Now, if that makes its way up the Wolf Creek Canyon, that's where we could see colder air move in, and then we will see snow and possibly even freezing rain in Helena. So a lot of variables at place. At least some models have that occurring and some models don't. I think it's more likely that it doesn't make its way into the Wolf Creek Valley. Warmer temperatures in Helena, a rain-snow mix converting over to snow, a similar situation to what we had last week. And due to that, I think snow totals for the event traced to 2 inches in Helena, at least right now, but this is subject to change, very much so in Helena. Great Falls, I think it's realistic to see 1 to 3 inches with this, but more snow out to the east, where we do already have winter storm watches in place for places like Winnett. So future snowfall, this is another model, and I'm just showing you this as how variable this forecast has been over the past few days. This is a current model run. This is the NAM model. Look at how much snow it's putting over Great Falls. Over a foot. In Helena, we're over half a foot, but that's not likely to happen. So here's the next 7 days. We'll be in the 30s here for Helena.